Hey everyone, this campaign is brought to you by Psychic Dolphin Garage. If you'd like to support us and our larger efforts to build a leftist community through tabletop role-playing games, head on over to patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage. And now, back to the show.
It's late at night. You see the dark ocean in the middle of the sea. It's calm, slightly windy, as we see a large plane fly past. We go inside. It's a cargo plane. No one's inside except two people sitting facing each other, strapped to their go chairs, waiting for their next move. Kelton and Zach. Either describe your character or whatever.
Yeah. I'd love to describe my character. As is PDG RPG tradition, I have a totally normal looking guy. Just red skin, shaggy brown hair, snub nose, forked tongue and goat horns with deer legs. Just a real kind of monstrosity looking thing.
Normal guy.
Yeah. The technical term might be a satyr crossed with Hellboy is kind of the vibe and appearance, but with way less sex appeal. I need to mention that. This is like the Hellboy if all he did was drop out of community college.
And I guess once again playing the sex appeal, seated across from you is my character Eli, who is just a normal looking hippie guy in some tie-dye robes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, long brown hair, maybe slightly wavier than mine because in fantasy world, my hair can look cool and not just long and straight.
Really testing the boundaries of imagination as I'm a red satyr and you have wavy hair.
Crazy.
Maybe I'm the sex appeal. Maybe playing all these monster characters is what makes you the sex appeal in this plane.
The deviant art will be the one to let us know.
As this plane is flying through the air and y'all are essentially waiting for the call, in both of your earpieces, you hear a voice come through. Well, hope y'all are ready. Remember, mission is get the name of Colonel Olvidar's supplier of lethepoxide. You know, the highly effective memory drug being sold by the Soviets. Fuck those people. However, your main mission after that is to retrieve our fellow colleague, Doc. We believe he's located on the MS Corazon, captured somewhere, but we have yet to hear from him. You're essentially on hold until we could get confirmation that he is on this ship. And if you could recover a sample of the drug, that'd also be great, but you know.
Oh, well, I mean, that just goes without saying. You know, you can't really just try and sample the goods just for proof of concept, right?
Well, don't do that.
Hey,
it is a highly effective memory drug.
if we're supposed to be on a boat, then why are we in a plane?
This is a cruise liner with very important and rich people on it.
Just because they're on a boat, they like to get high. You know what I mean? That's I will say, if we're gonna get dropped down on something, you gotta remind me ahead of time. I didn't get told beforehand, so then I ended up just I flew off the damn thing without any boots on. It was just me and my hooves. You want to tell about giving the game away? Pretty hard when it's boot print, hoof print. Like, I wonder who's on this island.
Like before, you'll see the red light, and that's when you'll know. Okay, good luck. As the communication cuts off.
Are you sure that this is like safe, man?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think we get paid if it's safe.
Did they give you training on this at all?
I'm going to tell you what my nephew, LBJ, once said to me. Stop asking questions. Stop saying you're related to me. Just do your own thing. I think that's a good philosophy to have.
Look, man, I come from like a royal line that's like unbroken for hundreds of years. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna imply that we are brothers.
I would hope not. I mean, who's your mother look like to give you something like that going on?
Oh, my mother, she's actually an heiress, so you should have heard of her, maybe.
I don't think we run quite in the same circles as things go on, but it's okay. Me and you, we could just knock a couple back by the pool pool when this is all done. I hear they got one of those cool things that's all glass at the bottom of the pool, so you can watch people fuck from the ground floor. That's something that like y'all are into, right? You forest people. Am I allowed to use that term, forest people? Is that derogative?
I feel like technically both of our heritage are from the Feywild, so it's whatever, man.
Yeah, I can say forest people. I get it.
Look, man, I just feel like this parachute that they gave us, like it looks like it fits you real great. You know, you're like big, wide shoulders, and I can't. You can't reach over here, but like before we jump, can you just make sure all my straps are like tightened down?
Oh yeah, I can definitely tie you down if that's, you know, if I have your consent to do that. That's the thing that we need to be doing.
Well, I can't believe that they finally took me out of the lab and put me into field work. It doesn't feel great. And you're way too excited for this mission now too, man.
You know, if I'm just able to go talk to Lynn about a few things after this, figure it's a little bit of like, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch your horn kind of a situation.
That is quite a phrase.
The thing is that I just owe him so much, and I really want to show him that I'm here for him in this incredibly difficult time. You know, he got a lot of things in motion for this country, and I feel like we could do a lot of good here. So, hey, we got to go knock out a couple drug dealers, have a little fun at the same time. I'm not against it.
We're going to jump to Dread.
To describe Doc, who is coming too, imagine Paul Giamatti but shrunk a little bit and much, much, much hairier. He looks like he got lost in alongside a beach. He's got like a Tommy Bahama style lab coat somehow on, and he's got very hairy feet and bespeckled face.
Your eyes open. Everything's kind of foggy. You're coming to. You see polished wooden floor in front of you as you realize you are slumped against a bed frame. It's a pretty well decorated room that you're in. The bed frame is nice golden ornate king size bed. As you're coming to and you're taking in your surroundings, you start to look up and you see the feet of two men in front of you. As your eyes raise, you see one wearing a sport coat, no t-shirt underneath, and what look like floral print swimming trunks and flip-flops. His hair is kind of pulled back, slightly like styled, but also like he just went for a swim. And standing next to him, 6'5", pure black cargo pants, cargo boots, white t-shirt, stretched incredibly thin over a rippling body, chiseled Aryan face, blonde hair, in a high and tight.
Fellas, what's going on here? Look, 2-for-1 special is going to cost you extra.
You don't really have memory of how you got here, what's happened. You know who you are, but everything maybe within the last like week or so is very fuzzy to you.
There's a 50% chance this is a kink thing.
You do see on a table in the room your briefcase. You take this with you everywhere. You know what it contains, which clicks a little something in your head of you take it on missions, but you don't remember what mission you're on right now. As you're still getting your bearings, the man in the swim trunks and sport coat starts chuckling, and he goes, "Well, I didn't expect you to wake up so soon."
I have a very high tolerance for drugs.
I see. Well, anyways, congratulations. That is by far the quickest we've had someone come to. Maybe we'll need to look at the formula and adjust.
Do I win a prize?
Yes, as long as you can answer just one question for me.
I'll answer whatever you want.
Well,
I'm very helpful.
You need to give us what we want.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Otherwise, they like gesture towards the other man standing there, and he goes, "My friend Klaus here loves to strangle people. I find it a bit gruesome, but the heart wants what the heart wants, no?" Klaus like nods and goes, "Klaus."
I have weirder fetishes than Klaus. Like, I get it. Trust me. Like, I sympathize, man. Klaus, you and I are kindred souls.
Klaus looks at you, piercing stare, doesn't motion or acknowledge you.
Okay, real quick though, like who are we working for here, folks? Like,
we're asking the questions.
And he's just gonna cycle through a series of bad broken languages. He's gonna first try Dutch, and then French, and then Portuguese, German. He's very bad at all of them.
As you're cycling through languages, Portuguese, the man in the swim trunks tilts his head when you start speaking that, and German, Klaus blinks as you start speaking that. Well, you're quite weird. Anyways, listen, one question, answer it, and you'll be relaxing with me on the sand of the El Cotillo Lagoons by morning. You should try their cava, by the way. It's excellent. But I digress. If you do not answer my question, then I'm afraid Klaus here will just get to do what he loves to do. And that'd be a terrible shame. But it would be too dangerous to let you live. You understand? So, tell me, where is the leopard's gold?
Come again. Say that again. Just one more time. Try it again for me. I'm not mystery.
Is the leopard's gold? He's like crouched down, leaning into you.
I want to make it very clear. Our good friend Doc here is attempting to rack his brain to comply. He is not trying to hold out hope, to try to be a good soldier, to try to be loyal, to try to do anything. He has no fucking clue what they're talking about. I'm going to need you to be more specific. I'm not doing a bit. I promise you, I'm not doing a bit. I promise. I need you to be just a little more specific. What's a leopard's gold?
Fine.
No, wait. Like, I've got secrets. I'm a treasure trove. I have been involved in many things. I probably know something else that you're looking for. Statistically speaking, I'm ready to comply.
I don't know if you know where you are, but this is a cruise ship that I own. I highly doubt anything else that you know or could provide will be of any use to me.
That's the issue. I don't know where I am. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're looking for. Like, help me help you.
One more time.
Yes.
Where is the leopard's gold? He starts to stand up.
So Doc is going to start rubbing his temples with his toes. He's very dexterous.
Okay.
He's just going to be like...
You are handcuffed to the bed frame.
Right. Yeah. Handcuffed by my feet,
hands,
too?
Hands.
Yeah. So his toes are just massaging his temples. Okay. Work with me.
Casual sex flex from Doc.
Just work with me here, buddy. Okay. So you're looking for, you said, the leopard's gold, right?
Mm-hmm. As he's fully stood up now.
Okay. We can make this work. Cabo. It's in Cabo. Fuck it. What? Okay. Just tell me what the leopard's gold is. Maybe I know it under a different name. Maybe, like, you clearly know who I am, right?
I don't know who you are.
Then why have you kidnapped me? Wait. I'm sure. When was the last time you saw the leopard's gold?
He begins to turn around as he kind of laughs and starts to walk out of the room, and you hear him say, "It seems I must find another friend to share kava with in the morning."
Wait. No. Wait. I can help you. I know secrets. President, I know what his skincare regimen is.
He pauses and turns around. Just his head turns around. Well, what is the skincare routine?
He does a mix of coconut oil with avocado. it's kind of disgusting too. He makes this lady apply it to him every day.
He nods and goes, "Interesting. Well, I have a mermaid to attend to." As
what?
He leaves the room.
I am trying to be helpful here. You don't have to have the guy strangle me.
As this man leaves the room, Klaus smiles and reaches into his pockets. From his right pocket, he pulls out a white linen glove and begins to slowly put it on his right hand.
Klaus, wait, before you do anything, I'm going to try it. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Klaus.
He winks at you as he finishes putting on the glove. He takes his left hand, reaches into his left pocket, and pauses. "I'll be back," as he leaves the room.
So they both left the room?
Yes.
So Doc is going to be disappointed his attempt to defect didn't work. And does Doc know anything about any golden leopards of any kind as more of his memories come back?
You think as far back as you can. And there's a little, you maybe recognize the name, but you don't have any clue where it is or what it is, who it's tied to. You just there's a slight recognition when the man asked you about it.
All right.
No.
It is time for the failsafe. Is his toe ring still on?
Yes.
Okay. Doc is going to lick his toe ring. And after he has licked his toe ring, his big toenail is going to extend out into a lockpick length, gnarled toe.
Are you trying to get Quentin Tarantino to subscribe to our podcast? Because it's working.
He's going to attempt to pick the lock of the handkerchief with his toenail.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
He is proficient. Is this presumably with disadvantage because with his feet? He is proficient in thieves' tools.
Okay, well, no disadvantage. It seems like you're quite dexterous with your feet, so
yeah, just a subtle flex.
Yeah.
No disadvantage, but you have to act it out for us on camera.
Yeah.
I want to see it happen.
All right, so his gnarled toenail is going to snake out, and he is going to attempt to pick the lock with it.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell of a way. It's only downhill from here.
As someone who's done this many times before, it is quite trivial to you to pick this handcuff with your toenail. With a click, it undoes itself, and you are free.
I do not know where I am. I barely know who I am. I do not know what they want.
Give me a perception check.
I'm actually pretty good at that. Doc, super agent. That is a natural 1.
Oh, okay.
My first 2 rolls are a natural 20, followed by a natural 1.
Incredible. Yeah, nothing's coming back to you. You know who you are. You know you're an agent, and you know that your briefcase is on the table. Other than that, the room you were in just looks like a bedroom.
Okay, we are going to go for that briefcase. Hopefully some clues are there.
As you go to the briefcase and you open it up, you see, well, I'll let you tell me what your character would include in this briefcase.
Several vintage Playboy magazines.
Okay.
They, of course, have their code book. Those are his code books. He uses them as a cipher.
Yeah.
Smart.
And also, there are no weapons. And he's a specialist in Tai Chi.
Okay.
He studied under a Tai Chi master named Steven Seagal. And got really into things. It's Steven Seagal Sr., to be clear.
Yeah. This is the 60s.
Right. Additionally, inside are a series of pants, like very thin pants that are actually a very nice linen cloth, and several file folders with other things.
Cool. As you're rifling through your briefcase, you're like looking at all the stuff, and you're like, okay, that's everything's in order.
And 2 sets of tools. There's a herbalism kit, which is just a pipe and some drugs, and a tinker's tools.
Yeah, as you're going through your briefcase, just looking for any clues, like maybe some sort of docket or whatever that would give some sort of indication as to why you're here. You also find a small black transmitter box with a red button on it. It is something that you wouldn't normally have brought in a briefcase, but it is there.
So I'm going to grab the transmitter. I'm going to grab the tools. I'm going to grab one of the magazines just in case. I'm going to throw my pants on, and then I'm going to look to see if there's a vent anywhere to climb into.
Okay.
Because I'm a nimble little Paul Giamatti.
Okay. There is a vent to circulate the air throughout this cruise ship. It is very small. You could maybe fit 2 hands inside of it.
Damn. I am a halfling, but that is not, unfortunately, halfling size. That's 2 hand sized. I am going to press the transmitter and see if anyone's on the other side.
As you press the button, brr, 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 the plane's doors open as a rush of wind fills the cabin, and you see the red light come on.
Let's fucking go. Let's do this.
That's us? Are you sure that's us?
I pull down on the straps connecting Eli to make them just as tight as possible, like pinning Eli to the parachute as tight as I possibly can, and go, yeah, it's us. Let's go. Let's do this.
And waddle out with this huge parachute on my back.
Cool. Do y'all both jump?
I put my hand on his shoulder. Okay, I'm ready as soon as you're... I scream for about a half second, and then I just stop screaming.
To psych yourself up, yeah. As y'all both jump out, you're flying through the air, and you can see the cruise ship beneath you in the sea. The 2 of y'all give me we'll say, acrobatics.
Acrobatics, okay.
That's fine. It's better than athletics.
Okay, that's going to be a 19 in total.
13 acrobatics.
Okay. Kelton, as you're flying through the air, you've done this before. You're pretty skilled at jumping. As you get closer to the cruise ship, you pull your chute, and you are very comfortable with controlling the two straps to kind of like steer you in the direction you want to go. And I will leave it up to you where you want to land. We'll just call it like, you can see a pool kind of towards the bow end of the boat. It's rather large. Everything else is just pool chairs, and there's like a little bar, like a little hut.
Can I see any people as I'm approaching?
Yes. You can see a couple people lounging by the pool. It is midnight. So anyone out there is either with a lover or enjoying a cigarette before going back inside. Yeah, you can see a couple people near the pool. Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. That's a +0, so 4 straight up.
Okay. Nothing outside of outside of people next to the pool. You don't notice anyone who wouldn't just normally be on a cruise ship. Cool. Yeah, and I'll let you tell me where you want to land.
I'm gonna try and land on the end of the cruise ship. I guess like on the far side, on the other side of the pool. So, in other words, at least if I understand the layout, the pool is towards the end of the cruise ship, and then there's probably like a walkway area and stuff on the other side. That edge of the cruise ship is where I'm going to want to try and land.
Cool. Yeah, without trouble, you quickly land and do a little roll and immediately take off your parachute vest and act like you were just there the whole night.
Yeah.
Eli, with a 13, maybe because you were scared, you pulled your chute a little too early. So now you're kind of in the air, really trying to get down as quickly as you can, but it is taking quite a while. As you're coming down, you're almost overshooting the boat, and you land on the roof of the bar next to the pool. You kind of like slide down the little hut. And land on the ground and crash.
Does that mean that I'm like ripping the chute off as I'm like dropping in for the last like 10 feet? Yeah. So the chute just like off into the night.
Yes. As you land, you see a guy kind of in the distance. He's wearing a suit. He hears the crash, and it's dark. Like there's not a whole lot of lights on the top deck. It's kind of dark, but you can make him out, and he kind of like turns towards your general area and starts slowly walking over.
Okay, I'm crashed like inside the bar, like I'm behind the bar right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. I like grab like one of the well things, like pour some on me. Pull out like a little roach and like light it to get the weed smell going, and I just kind of like lay myself down back here a little bit, like I'm wandered back here.
As this guy gets closer, he sees you and he's like, "Are you all right, sir?"
Yeah, man, I'm doing great back here. Sorry, I think I knocked something over.
He immediately gets the whiff of the weed and also the liquor, and kind of like turns his nose up and kind of like looks at you, like eyes you up and down. What are you wearing?
That like Woodstock outfit. It's like bell bottom everything and like a baby blue background with like pink and green paisley all over it.
Yeah, as he looks at you,
I'm not wearing like a tactical vest. I have like some nice like pouches that are also the same like material. Like so it's like I'm wearing a little backpack, but you wouldn't be able to tell that it's tactical gear inside of it.
Gotcha.
Like a book bag and a little messenger bag and shit.
He's looking you up and down, and you hear him mutter, "Fucking hippies," as he then more loudly says, "Well, please do take care. Maybe perhaps it's time to head to bed."
Oh, you're right, man. It is kind of late, man. Yeah.
All right, man. As he turns around and heads back to where he was originally standing.
Put my shit out, put it back in my little fucking my little tin case. Put it back in like shit. I was saving that, goddammit.
Dante, what are you doing?
At this point, since I've landed on the edge of the pool, I'm busting out my kit, laying out all of my equipment so that way then I can properly, get ready for the mission. I am not going the stealth hippie mode basically whatsoever. I have on my vest. I have like a armor plate flak jacket, a couple of K-bar knives on it. I'm assembling my Garand rifle, putting the pistol in, basically getting all locked up and loaded to go because I know shit is about to go sideways. And with the way I look, there's no deception of seeming like a party boy. Like I'm not the type someone forgets, but I know that about myself. So it's time to lean in. So I'm just getting things all ready to go. I'm putting on my boots of false traces. so that way then it's not leaving hoof marks everywhere. That's my one thing I'm super self-conscious about.
So we are reflavoring like longbows as rifles, right?
Yes. We'll say also this is kind of, it's like 60s low sci-fi, so like you could have a more futuristic kind of test.
Yeah, the boys of the lab came up with this nifty idea.
Yeah.
You might have like a Colt, like a Car 15 or something.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, like a Colt 15. Yeah, it'd be a super shorty, single fire only, because it's from the lab, of course.
The two of y'all have been briefed on the mission. For brevity, so we're not just exploring the ship for however long.
Yeah.
You've been given a layout of the ship. You know that there are essentially 4 levels. You are on the top deck. You know that the general that you're looking for, Olvidar's suite, is on the second floor, port side, just below the main deck, and not too far from the second floor bar.
Okay.
There are stairwells on port and starboard side. On each floor.
How long does it take Dante to get ready for this?
Oh, I mean, maybe 2 minutes, if that.
Okay, I was going to say I might cast.
They were getting ready while they were dropping.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, I might cast. I was going to say I might cast Augury, but that takes 11 minutes to do.
Listen, if that's what you want to do, I mean, I can make us a couple of cocktails. Dante is now like in the water, just kind of hanging out, trying to catch a vibe a little bit as he's like wading towards the shallow end of the pool to get up to the bar, starting to like pour a cocktail, get that action going.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, cool.
So Eli, so I mean, is that your drink of choice that you like spilling all over yourself, or what else do you?
Look, man, if I could just have a gin, that would be great.
Better to drink gin than hit the gym, huh?
Exactly. Like gin is made with all sorts of herbs and stuff, and we're creatures of the wilderness, so. I'm saying as I'm pulling out like my playing cards and like I'm playing a game of solitaire by myself as my augury.
Oh, it could have been gin rummy. Come on, it was right
okay.
there.
You're right. It could have, but gin rummy takes 2.
I'm right here. I'm available.
I start the cards. So gin rummy.
While you're dealing the cards, Doc, what are you up to?
So I've pressed this transponder.
Yes.
I'm going to whisper into it. Who the fuck are you?
You speak into it, and you get nothing. It is maybe it's because you're still in a slight daze, but as you're turning this thing over, you just realize it's just a box with a button on it.
Fucking Christ! Whoever I am, I'm a fucking moron. All right.
You can hear the sound of loud boot footsteps coming down the hallway.
Okay, it's time for Operation. I'm gonna hide. I am relatively sneaky. Well, I'm Doc is actually going to go back to the bed and pretend to be handcuffed.
Love it. As you get back into the position and kind of like put your arm behind you, pretending to still be locked up, the door opens and you see Klaus return, this time with another glove in his hand as he puts it on his left hand.
Klaus, that's actually a right-hand glove.
He looks down, and you're right. The left-hand glove you put on does look a little weird, and like it's backwards. He looks at it, and he says, ugh. And then he just cracks his knuckles, and he goes, whatever. And he kind of walks towards you and gets ready to lean down.
Does he close the door behind him?
No, it is open.
As soon as he gets close enough, I am going to attempt to spring upon him and flurry of blows him.
Okay. Yeah. As he's, calmly coming over to you with his arms outstretched to strangle you. Yeah, we'll just say that's a surprise attack. Give me a roll.
Does that have advantage if it's a surprise attack?
Yes.
It's a good thing, because that was a 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better. So that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Awesome. So yeah, that's for the first attack. I am spending a key point to do flurry of blows, and so I'm going to attack twice.
Okay. So for that first attack,
that's just a regular attack.
Yeah. What's the damage on that?
Damage is going to be. I forgot to grab my deploy a staff. It must have been one of the objects in my briefcase. Must have been a deploy, like an unfolding staff, but
gotcha.
Don't have it here. So I'll just use my regular unarmed because I messed that up. That is 5 or 6 damage. Completely
throwing him off guard. You punch him straight in the chest as he's leaning down to get you. And you're doing more attacks? Or...
Yeah, I'm going to do the bonus action. I'm going to spend a key point and do 2 unarmed strikes on him.
These will not be advantaged, but just go ahead.
That is a 16 to hit.
That one hits.
That one is a 15 to hit.
That also hits. Give me the
Thank
damage.
you, +5 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the first one is 5 damage,
Okay.
and the second one is 6 damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
That would have just about one-shot me.
Completely catching him off guard, you in quick succession hit him 3 times, and he is knocked to the ground, completely winded, and we'll give him the prone modifier. He is laid back on the ground, winded, and not looking great. Real quickly, he is very much hurt.
You motherfucker. I should have known that you would be careless when you took 2 right-hand gloves. I'm going to kick him in the crotch. And I assume he's gonna get a turn before I get to do that, but
No, you caught him off guard, so that all happens.
right.
We'll say like before. We're not gonna roll initiative.
cool.
You have the opportunity to do something right now
I-
before Klaus reacts.
I am going to grapple him around his neck to try to keep him from talking and attempt to put him to sleep.
Okay, we'll say that's just a contested athletics check.
Makes sense.
Ooh, Klaus rolled 22.
I did not roll a 22. Okay, so I rolled pretty well actually, a 17, but that's not enough.
Yeah. As you try to grab him on the ground. Actually,
I'm not gonna
No.
be able to beat a 22 without a natural 20.
we're not. We're gonna. What was your actual roll?
17.
All right, we're going to retcon a little bit. He was prone, and so I gave him disadvantage, and he came up with a 16. So as you straddle him on the ground and kind of put him into a chokehold, he's like, and he's kind of struggling, but he is very hurt and weak right now. As you are able to lock your arm underneath his neck, and whatever the move is, where you brace your hand to lock it in.
I'm doing a Venetian choke lock.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't keep his chin down.
Yeah, as he's struggling against you, you can kind of feel him get weaker and weaker as you wrap your legs around his torso.
I'm gonna whisper into his ears. You like strangling, do ya? Do you like strangling?
You can kind of see him smile a little bit as he loses consciousness.
I'm like, yeah, buddy. Good for you.
Go to sleep. Klaus is knocked out.
All right, I'm going to close the door with my foot, and then I'm going to put Klaus back into bed where I was,
Okay.
and
On the ground or in the bed?
in the bed,
Okay.
handcuffing him and covering it up to make it look like him stuffing something in his mouth. Then I'm going to try to take anything that he has on him.
Okay. As you search through his pockets, you find a pistol.
Well,
In his waistband.
I am incredibly bad with this, but I still tuck it into my shorts.
If you want to add that, it is just a ranged weapon, +3 to hit, 1d8 damage, if you choose to use it.
I'm actually not bad with it. I can't flurry with it, but like,
Yeah, it's a gun, so.
I'm going to take his shoes. I'm going to take his gloves.
Okay.
I'm just going to make sure that the gloves are not on the handcuffs, just because I don't want somebody to look up at the body and make it very obvious that it's Klaus.
Okay.
I'm going to shove both gloves in his mouth, amongst some other stuff, just to keep it in case he is alive. Or I'm not checking. I could check. I'm not going to check. I just don't care enough.
So if anyone comes in, they'll just think like this is a kink thing with him handcuffed to the bed. Okay.
Exactly. And I'm going to mosey on. I'm going to grab. Is my deployable staff in my suitcase, by the way? It's okay if it's not.
Is that something you would have normally brought?
It's like, it would be like my go-to weapon, but it's like, it's fine if it's not. It's just a quarterstaff.
Yeah. It's in your briefcase.
Okay, I'll grab that. I'll tuck it in. I'm gonna deploy it. Pretend it's a blind cane, and
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking out into. I'm gonna mosey into the hallway and close the door behind me.
As you exit this room and close behind you, you see a pretty narrow hallway. It's a cruise ship, and it kind of opens up to your left to a slightly wider hallway, and you can see a set of double doors, the number 101 above it.
Now I'm gonna listen at the door just to hear if there's anything.
Okay. Give me
In theory, I'm good at perception when I don't roll natural ones.
yeah, give me a perception check.
5 is 14.
Okay. With a 14, you put your ear next to the door, and you can't quite discern if the sounds of just a cruise ship are coming through or if there's somebody inside. You aren't able to discern the difference.
Well, we're opening it, tapping with arcane as we go in.
As you put your hand on the handle, it does not turn.
Handy dandy toe pick. I'm going to get real dexterous for a minute.
Yeah, give me a, what would that roll be? Sleight of hand?
Sleight of foot.
It's probably a thieves' tools check, right?
Yeah, so you would be proficient with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, sleight of hand.
That is a dirty 20.
Never failing you before, your toenail is also able to pick this lock as the door swings open and you're greeted with a very large suite. There is a bathtub smack dab in the middle of the room, stone floor, the huge open windows with a view of the ocean, even though it's dark. There's a walk-in wardrobe to the left, and to the right is just a massive bathroom with a heated floor. As you enter, are you trying to be stealthy? Are you just checking out the place?
Now that I've picked the lock, yeah, I'm being stealthy as possible.
Give me a stealth check.
I am okay at that. 16.
As you're inside, you quietly make your way through, and you can hear as the toilet flushes in the bathroom.
You said there's a bathtub not in the bathroom, but just in the suite?
Yes, like smack dab in the middle.
Is it full of anything right now?
Nope.
I'm gonna hide under the bed.
As you hear the toilet flush and you quickly make your way to under the bed, you see a short man come out of the bathroom in a tuxedo. He kind of adjusts his coat as he heads towards the door, and you see him sit down on a chair next to the entrance of this room.
Does he seem like he's captive at all here?
No. The door locks from the inside, so he could have left.
Okay, so he could have left. He didn't, and he's facing away from the door.
Away from the door, towards
me. Right? Yep.
Yeah. As he pulls out a little book and begins reading.
He's not the guy who came with Klaus before.
No. The guy who came with Klaus was dressed like a beer-bellied rich guy who's going to the beach. We are gonna jump back to Dante and Eli. Y'all are still on the top deck, and the two of y'all roll a d20.
All right, 11.
10.
Dante, you won the first game of Rummy.
Hey, it's all about what kind of builds you do. It's just really important to get the right kind of sequences set up.
I wasn't playing Gin Rummy. I was just gathering cards and trying to get a reading from my Augury spell.
Gotcha.
So for Augury, you should choose one of the following possible omens: wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad.
I choose.
So I receive an omen from an otherworld entity about the results of a specific course of action they plan to take within the next 30 minutes, and then you get to tell us what the results of that would be.
Okay.
So if
you
I'm
said 4
saying
options.
Yes, good and bad, or neither.
Okay.
None.
If we're just going down 1, 2, 3, 4 from that list, I rolled good.
Okay.
So is this just like a premonition kind of thing? Like you get the feeling that things are going to go well?
Yeah, I receive an omen from an otherworldly entity. So as my weed smoke is billowing around, like a face comes out of it and whispers into my ear, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I show my hand. It's just like a mishmash of cards, and I've just ordered them in a specific way. I'm like, well, see, here's the Queen of Hearts, and then here's the 3 of Spades. It looks like if we just proceed in, I would have said that we got to check through the rooms on this deck specifically or something. I assume that our plan is to just go inside and check through all the rooms in this deck specifically, and it was a good omen.
Hey, it took you 10 minutes to try and figure out that hanging out with me was the right course of action. Could have told you that in 30 seconds. I hand him a cocktail.
Reminder for the two of y'all: your mission is to get the name of Colonel Olvidar's supplier of this drug, the highly effective memory drug, being sold to the Soviets. It's kind of secondary objective: recover a sample / ideally he cannot suspect that he's been contacted by MI6 agents, which y'all are.
Got it.
And yeah, like I said, you're aware of the layout of the cruise ship. You know that the Colonel's suite is on the 2nd floor, near the bar, near the, what is it called? Huala de la Serena. Cage of the Mermaid is the name of the bar.
And we're currently on the 3rd floor right now?
Top floor.
Oh, okay. So we're on the 4th floor then, right? Because it's 4 floors?
Top to bottom, 1 through 4. So top deck would be floor 1, second floor, 3rd floor, and then 4th is the bottom.
Got it. So, okay. Yeah, we got to go down 1.
Perfect. Look, man, I'm like the support guy. And look, I got my whole bag of goodies here, but as long as you're willing to take the front, then I'll be right there behind you. I'm a great support guy.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. Okay. I'm going to try and awkwardly like grab a couple bottles with me and then immediately try and search for the staircase or whatever.
You see a bunch of signs that just largely display that the stairs are on either sides of the deck.
Great. I put an arm around Eli and then we start, moseying our way down.
Perfect. Got my Colt AR prototype on my 1960s 3-point harness.
So, as you go down the stairs, you pass by a very drunk guy who kind of stumbles past y'all and bumps into you. He looks at Dante, kind of like focusing his eyes, like not sure what he's seeing, and just like kind of shrugs and continues stumbling up the stairs past you. As you get to the second deck, you are on the outskirts, so kind of like the open area of the cruise ship, where people can, like there's railings and you can look over. And you see a couple doors further down the walkway that lead to the interior. Farther down, you can see a set of double doors that have a sign above it that says Cage of the Mermaid, Bar and Discotheque.
All right, Eli, do you feel like we should go dancing or do you think we should take this to the bedroom?
If I understand correctly, then look, man, the real question is left door, right door.
I'm going to say we always got to go to the left on this. We got to try and push that way.
We have left the dance floor.
I love this guy.
Yeah. You head through the doors that lead to the various suites. You find yourself in a hallway with just a bunch of rooms starting from 101 all the way. You see a sign that says like 108 to 115, make a right.
Okay.
The Colonel suite to be 101.
Let's head that way then. If we already know.
Look, Dante, man, I got like, do you want me to like throw a grenade in there or what?
I mean, who needs a grenade when you have, and I knock on the door as loud as I can.
Room service.
From underneath the bed, you can hear the knock at the door. Doc, as you can see through from underneath the bed, this man kind of stand up a little puzzled and go to unlock the door, and he pauses as the door is unlocked already. He pauses, he turns around and like scans the room briefly before turning back and opening the door. Hello?
Firebolt.
I was going to try the deception route, but sure, yeah, let's
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 7 damage.
Okay. As the door opens and you see this short man in a tuxedo immediately get blasted with the firebolt and get sent back into the room and kind of knocks against the bathtub. You said 6 damage?
7.
7.
Doc is going to do everything he can to stay as silent as possible under the bed, because apparently there are murderers on this ship.
Hey man, are you okay? Are you the Colonel? Is he the Colonel? I didn't read our homework actually.
We were supposed to find out who his supplier was, so I'm hoping that you didn't just kill a geriatric senior before we could interrogate him. But
I brought this truth serum.
Well, fuck me then. That works out just fine.
As this man is like coming to, he's like touching his chest, and his tuxedo is scorched in the center. And then he looks up to the two of y'all in a mixture of like fear and also anger, as you see his eyes quickly dart towards the wardrobe as he's like pushing himself up off the ground.
I'm gonna mage hand, just like put my hand on his chest.
Mage hand doesn't do 5 pounds.
It's 5 pounds. I don't know if 5 pounds is enough to stop a geriatric old person from standing up.
That's a fair point.
Your mage hand comes out and rests on his chest, and he
look. It's fine. Everything's good. Look, you're fine. Look at you. You're still moving. It's cool. I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't. I wouldn't stand up though. I've pulled the.
So
pulled
is the guy back on the floor now? Like, is he pressed on the floor a little bit?
No.
Well,
he's also not geriatric.
Well, I just want to say, if he does get on the floor, I want to like look over at him and like hold my finger to my lips, like the next time he's on the floor. I'm trying to be like.
The mage hand didn't keep him in place, but you essentially paused him for a brief second as he's now looking at the two of y'all and going, "Who are y'all?
Who are you, man? Who are any of us? You know, if you think about it, if all of our experience...
Eli, I'm going to take it from here. Listen, General, we know who you are. You may not know who we are, but I have one question. Have you heard the good news of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
General, I'm not the general.
Well, fuck me. So we could just kill you then? Way to give up the game this early.
Yeah, he sprints towards the wardrobe.
Does he run by the bed at all?
No.
Okay.
He is. If the bed is at the far end of the room, you can see the bathtub. He is on the other side of the bathtub.
The question I have is, as the two murderers are distracted, can Doc slip out behind them?
No, we're standing in the doorway right now.
Damn it.
I mean, we could try, but yeah, he's
staying where he is.
He sprints towards the wardrobe.
I am going to try and grapple him immediately up against the wall.
Just shoulder check him and then hit him with your forearm right around his neck.
I mean, I got horns, I got hooves. These are not soft, squishy objects.
Okay, so he starts running, and you immediately chase after him.
Form open tackle. Like I don't know, current NFL champion Green Bay Packers linebacker or something.
He had a slight head start on you. As he gets to the wardrobe, you see his arm outstretched to reach for something in the interior wall of this wardrobe. As you kind of shoulder check him, give me a strength check.
Okay, that is going to be with the roll a 16.
Yeah, he rolled a 7. Right before he can reach whatever it is he was going for, you tackle him right outside the wardrobe, and y'all fall to the ground.
Sweet.
Cool.
So,
I'm following up and looking in the wardrobe, but whatever Dante's gonna do, go ahead.
Are you grappling him? Are you?
Yeah,
I
I've tackled him and I've taken him down onto the floor.
Kind of rolling around as he's struggling against you. Eli, you look inside the wardrobe and you see a red button on the inside of the wardrobe that you imagine is what he was going for. As you look into the wardrobe, it's a walk-in. You see a bunch of nice suits, shoes, various jewelry in like a nice display case, a lot of rings, and on one of the chests in this wardrobe, you can see what looks like a white medical bag that's all zipped up.
Perfect. I very carefully with my mage hand unzip it and peek into it.
You see a syringe and a row of vials all labeled lethepoxide. There is 12 little sections for the vials, but you only see 11 slotted inside.
Look at that, man. We found the stuff we came for. It was a good omen.
I think we were supposed to find the name of the supplier, but I mean, we got the stuff, and that's good. And then I'm gonna dig my elbow down, and I'm gonna try to lean down to whisper into the guy's ear. But as I'm doing that, I guess I could, as I'm leaning down to whisper into his ear, I could then see underneath the bed. So would I see Doc at that time?
Doc, are you still stealthing it up? Are you trying not to be seen?
Do I recognize any of these people?
Yes. You have worked with these two people before.
I've worked with the murderers before. Excellent. I have excellent taste in friends. All right. I'm going to roll myself out from under the bed and be like, hey, guys.
I'm like,
Hey,
holding the
Doc,
bag like,
how the hell are you? Oh, what's a nice guy like you doing in a joint like this?
I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm not sure who you are. I know we worked together. I think I may be under the effects of some sort of, I don't know, voodoo curse.
Again?
Again?
It's a long story, okay?
I think they gave you some doses of this, Doc. You've already gotten voodoo cursed before? That's just bad luck.
While this conversation was happening, this man was reaching into his pockets, and he pulls out a little pill and he puts it in his mouth. As he bites down on it, he goes, Arcana will be in touch, as his mouth starts foaming and he convulses on the ground.
I'm gonna use my herbalism kit to cure his cyanide poisoning.
Give me a medicine check.
I add a D4 to that.
Okay.
I am quite good at that, actually. Whenever I roll a medicine check, I roll a D4 and add that plus the total thing. Okay, cool. That is a total of 25.
Jeez.
Because I rolled a 18 plus 7.
Okay. As you rush over to him while he's convulsing, you're able to stabilize him right before he dies. but he is knocked out.
That rocks. That's fine. Run me his pockets.
You search through his pockets and you find just one thing, a business card that says Los Brincos, bottom left, Juan Pardo, telephone number 955-471-058. But scribbled on it in pen, you see the word Nachnibel 15:45.
Night nibblers.
471058.
Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the telephone number doesn't matter.
Well, I have notated it down, so screw you, DM. I'm calling this phone number later.
I'm going to hand it to the brains of the operation. Dante!
Thanks so much. It means a lot that
Actually,
you want to stay in touch like this.
I don't know who. Never mind. I somehow know that this is wrong. Implicitly, I understand I have made a mistake.
Do I need to cast comprehend languages? Do I like recognize any of this stuff as something that would have been in things that I came across?
It's Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing on the business card as far as like the meaning of the business card actually matters. It was nothing that was given to you in the docket. However,
can I make like a history check for this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. See if I pop anything.
I know what guest store means, but I just don't know that Doc would.
All right. That was a 7 total. I'm not going to use my class feature to reroll that because here come the 2s. Here they come.
15:45, you immediately deduce that it's a time. And next to that, written in pen ink, the Nachnibel, you recognize it as German. And you don't know the meaning, but you could maybe guess that it's a name.
Hey man, so we have still holding the bag with Mage Hand. We have the memory drug. He's not dead. What if we wipe both of their memories? And I'm also implicitly understanding that this is Colonel Olvidar's butler. Like, who just wears a tuxedo out all the time? It looks so uncomfy. Like, how does he even move? I have like eons of space inside of this outfit, and
I don't fully remember you, young man.
Well, that's okay, Doc. I'm Eli. It's nice to meet you again.
Great to meet you too.
I've been through training on lethepoxide dosages, so I understand that you might be a little bit confused, but don't worry. As we spend more time together, you'll become more comfortable with the solid memories that you still have. We won't be able to fully restore the gap that you have found yourself with, but look, man, it's all good.
I'm just going to ignore everything you just said.
Okay.
But I have a question for you. Does the words, the leopard's gold, mean anything to you?
Do you want me to make a history check on that?
No. You know, the leopard's gold is a secret stash of South American Nazi bullion. Bullion? How do you pronounce that word?
Bullion for
bullion.
that.
Bullion for gold.
Yeah.
Bullion cubes for cooking.
Yeah.
No, it's actually gold cubes for cooking.
Secret stock.
Don't ask me. I only know how my grandma pronounced it.
We should have known it was suspicious when Europeans were talking about spices for some reason.
You know leopard's gold to refer to the South American Nazi gold stash.
Yeah, man. The leopard's gold is like a city of gold like mythos that is followed from the Nazis that went over to South America after World War II, and it's supposed to be millions of dollars of gold that has been hidden somewhere and then lost.
Why the fuck would they interrogate me about that?
Did they find it and lose it? Or did they are they like they're asking you because they're in contact, because they're looking for it obviously, and someone hid it from them? Well, if it was our government, we would know, right?
And which I want to let you know, I did not cooperate with them whatsoever. Those dastardly Armenians.
As you're learning more info about this gold stash, it is clicking a little bit more in your head, Doc. But you still don't actually remember if you know where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but they seem to think I might know where it's at. Curiosity question: who do we work for? Just in general, just want to make sure. I know, and I wouldn't have done anything to like malign the interests of said group. But you like to just check.
Can I insight check that?
Yep.
Just for funsies. You're getting a little You're
No,
you're landing on
you know Doc well enough to know that he.
God. It was almost a 7. It rolled to 18 though, so that's a 21 total. Yeah, man. You were trying to side with the ex-Nazis and
they're ex-Nazis
and the Soviets.
Well, wait. Okay, look. I'm going to say this right now. I don't know who you are, who we are.
We are MI6.
Right, but I'm pretty damn sure we have ex-Nazis too.
Right, just the Soviets. Sorry, I got excited talking about the Nazi gold.
Right. I thought we had the better ex-Nazis. We, the MI6.
Yes, we the MI6 have the better Nazis. We didn't. Yeah, of course. Were there still brilliant minds that lived in Germany and were oppressed by the regime under Hitler, and of course all we wanted to do was give them the opportunity to continue contributing to the free world and lending their knowledge and experience to our own efforts to research space, research all sorts of different chemical compounds. There's been an explosion of chemistry and technology that has come out of the Great Wars, and make sure that communism doesn't take over and ruin everything that our wonderful free market has built.
Right. Why does the words Operation Paperclip keep lingering in the back of my brain?
That is a strange one it's strange. That's the one that you remember.
While this conversation is happening, Dante is just trying on tuxedo pants and trying to find like matching jacket and shirt to fit over the flak jacket that he's wearing.
You know what? I'm going to choose to believe everything you just said because it's easier for me right now.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure that one day we'll have the ability to restore. We don't exactly understand how lethepoxide works, but it could be that it simply removes connections in your synapses to memories, and so they're still there. We just have to rebuild those connections.
Yeah, that checks out.
Anyways, you want to join, man?
Let's say yes. And we work for MI6. Which would be part of what government?
MI6 is British intelligence.
We're fucking Brits.
Some of us, I think we were born in lots of different places, but we have all somehow ended up working for the Brits, which better than working for the Americans. We have the NHS.
Y'all are diversity hires.
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm not American. I'm Texan. Thank you very much.
Right. And for some reason, I was led to believe this Texas thing is its own thing.
I mean, we basically are. We're the ones like in charge, if I say so myself.
That makes sense. You are the largest and scariest looking person here.
So it's like the opposite of Ireland and the UK.
I don't know what those words mean, but
like
thank you.
The smaller one is actually.
But why does the
one in charge of the bigger one?
Why does the bigger one not just eat the smaller one?
Also, this is 1960s Ireland, so I think certain events have yet to occur that would make this be on everyone's radar to the extent.
All right. Well, I actually kind of don't care. The point is, though, that I didn't cooperate with my captors. I gave them nothing.
Definitely, he definitely told them everything. We have to dose both of them with lethepoxide.
No, you know for a fact I gave them nothing, mostly because I know nothing.
He told them everything that he knew. Wasn't a lot, fortunately, but I think that there's enough doses in here for us to wipe these other two out and then leave them here safely.
Hey, I thought we were buddies.
No, I'm sorry. Doc and Dante, I don't mean dosing you both. I mean dosing the butler. Oh, I don't know about the other guy. We have enough doses here to dose the butler and just leave him here safely.
Yeah, sure. And you're sure we're the good guys, right?
If I wasn't sure that we're the good guys, do you think I'd really be doing this? And then I just start slapping the guy, trying to wake him up. Just repeatedly.
I mean, that checks out for me.
Besides, we're the ones that busted in and are busting you out.
I busted myself out.
You were hiding under a bed.
After I busted myself out.
Busted yourself out of where?
I was going to be strangled in my bed by a man named Hans or something.
Where's
Klaus? I don't know. I don't keep track of Krauts.
Okay.
A staticky comes through Dante and Eli's earpiece, and you just hear status.
Hey man, we've secured Doc and samples, but we haven't gotten the rest of the intel.
Tell him about the jaguar leopard.
Doc said that they were looking for the leopard's gold.
Well, we have an entirely different team on that, but that makes sense because Doc did know where the stash was.
Doc knew where the stash was?
I knew where the stash was?
Why don't I know where the stat was? Doc on the other team at some point and that was in his briefing, or did I miss that in our briefing? I didn't read the briefing.
The Leopard's Gold, as far as we knew, was unrelated to this, but that is good intel.
Doc, they said that was great intel.
Tell him thank you. Also, God save the Queen.
Doc says thank you and God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. So you have the samples. Do you know the contact?
We have.
The contact yet?
I hold up the business card, and
the supplier.
I don't know if this is the supplier or not, but this is the only thing that we have is some information that we have acquired. Does this look like? This looks like a time and date and like an address, but I don't know where it's at. We don't have Google Maps in the 1960s. You know, it'd be really convenient if I could look this up myself instead of having to radio back information. If there's a way for you to just like radio me the information so I could display it on some sort of portable device that would just read out text to me.
They go, whatever it is you have, the MS Corazon is docking in Ibiza in the morning, which is where y'all will exit. And you'll hand it to your handler.
Did you include maps in our dockets, like somewhere that we can hide until morning?
Well, you have the layout for the cruise ship.
Yeah, but I didn't see any big red circles. I was hoping for more big red circles and like numbered big red circles.
That's why we have y'all. You're there. You can figure it out.
That's what we were trained for. So look, man, we're on our own. Dante, I'll do anything that you tell me to do.
Listen, the most important thing when you're slightly inebriated and have a hostage is relax, have a good time, and make them know that
you are capable of infinite darkness and pain being brought to them.
But most importantly, have a good time.
Did you infinite darkness and pain, just like flames climbing up the walls behind you, like that was some good weed. Okay.
The voice says, well, good job on securing the drug. We still need the name of the supplier. It sounds like you might have that, but
we'll have to confirm it somehow. I still haven't used the truth serum that y'all gave me in the lab.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, take it easy. Eat over easy.
Over easy.
Static cuts out.
I have a question. Are we all idiots?
I don't know. Are y'all?
No, Doc is asking that out loud.
Oh, gotcha.
That's kind of rude, man. I got like straight A's and I got into Berkeley.
Oh, me? I'm a fucking moron.
Berkeley College of Music?
I'm not you do have to know how to play like two instruments to get into Berkeley, but I was not admitted into the music deparart.
There's a place in Mass. Why do I remember this? Jesus Christ.
Whatever, man. Here's what I'm thinking that we do. I'm thinking we blast this butler that you escaped from with a dose of this, and then we will have to figure out a way to get at the Colonel. Aren't we supposed to like figure out who his supplier is without letting him know that we know?
Well, ideally, he's not supposed to know that MI6 agents.
I have a great idea. So there's a guy that really likes to strangle people.
Okay.
What if we gave him your memory dose thing, whatever you got, and then we made it look like he strangled this guy?
I love that plan. That seems like the best possible outcome. Alleviate a lot of our issues.
I like that plan. Do I know how long it'll take him to wake up after he gets dosed?
We can just leave him passed out.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. No,
okay.
You don't know exactly how long.
Where's the strangler at?
I tied him into a bed around the corner.
Okay. And then we have to kill the butler?
After saving him from his cyanide pill?
No, we have to memory dose him too, but give him some ligature marks.
Well, Dante?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you're asking me whether or not I'm down to choke someone, anytime, anywhere, twice on Sundays, preferably in a church, actually.
Okay, I'll prepare the syringe. I pull the bag open, like mage hand, pull out one of the syringes, pull the vial out carefully, carefully fill it.
I'm going to try and carry the body just so that way then we can do this in the, the adjoining room or whatever the other room
No.
is.
The best place to put it in is to put the strangler in here.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right, well, Doc, come help me pull the strangler in here then.
I'll go get the strangler.
Perfect.
Well, we'll say as you're doing that, you can hear some cheers of a large crowd coming through the walls, what you imagine is coming from the bar, while you're doing whatever it is you're doing with these two bodies.
Some people just have all the fun. I
Yeah.
swear. It's unfair sometimes. They have to be on the clock.
You said you're drugging both of them. and bringing
No.
Klaus to.
We're drugging both, not dragging both.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good.
Drugging
Bringing
both and
Klaus
Klaus to the front room.
Cool. Do you use the handcuffs again, or are you just putting them both into the general suite?
I think the goal is to make this look as kinky gone wrong as possible. So yeah, we'll use the handcuffs.
Okay. Klaus handcuffed to the bed, or the other guy.
Other guy handcuffed to the bed, Klaus strangling gloves on.
You set the perfect scene for inside the general's bedroom, by the way.
He's gonna be pissed when he comes and finds this.
And that's where we'll stop this week's episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage's PDG RPG. Come back next week for another fantastic campaign episode. Until next time.